Books, books, books. I love books, especially law books in a time like this. You know what else I love? Having access to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I love having this access because it keeps me free. That's also what this Constitution is about. Now, y'all want to continue to be white and black? That puts you under Amendment 13, where if you become imprisoned, your punishment is slavery. Involuntary servitude. You choose. Paying fines with Federal Reserve notes. Article 14. Everyone has the right to seek and enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. Your humble masses, give us your blah, 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 blah. Bring them on over here. This right may not be invoked in the case of prosecution genuinely arising from non-political crimes or from acts contrary to the purposes and principles of the United Nations. This right may not be invoked in the case of prosecutions genuinely arising from non-political crimes. So if you've actually committed a crime, you got to stay in your country and face the music. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that. You guys feel free to interject. But that reads to me as, if you commit an actual crime, you can't leave your country. You got to stay and face the music because you committed a crime. You committed harm to somebody in some way, and they can prove it. That's a crime. You slept with my wife. You stole my lawnmower out of my garage, and I can prove it. You punched me in the face. You defamed my character by calling me, by saying untruths about me. Those are crimes, right? 10 Commandments, all that good stuff, thou shalt not kill. Those are crimes, natural law, human rights. You violate somebody else's human rights, natural law. You gotta face the consequences of your crime. To seek asylum from persecution. And didn't say prosecution, persecution. I think I got time to look up the word persecution. Let's look up persecute. Let's see what that word means. And I'm not afraid. I'll tell you in a minute if I don't know the actual. In context, I have an idea as to what the word means. But to be honest with you, this is the first time I've ever actually looked up the word persecute. I haven't been in an arena where I needed to understand the word persecute. Know what it means. I'm sorry I'm taking time, but for whatever reason I'm not finding it. If I don't find it now in my next video, I'll put it in there. Persecutio, which is in Latin, a noun, is a lawsuit or civil claim. So they don't have it in Black's Law Dictionary that way. They have it under the Latin term persecutio, which is a noun, Latin origins, Roman law, a lawsuit or a civil claim. So it's not, if it's something that's civil, it's not criminal. Right? You can't claim something civilly on me. This is why when somebody does something, you got to take them to civil court. If they owe you something, you got to take them to civil court. It's not a crime. Let's say you loan somebody $100 and they just refuse to give it back to you. You can't call the police and say they stole your $100. which would be a crime. And if you did that, that would be a crime because that's defamation of their character. You lied on them and lied and said that they stole from you, when in actuality, you gave it to them. You lent them. Now, whether or not they pay it back, that's on them. Right? Now, if you want to reclaim your $100 that you gave them, you got to take them to civil court. Judge Joe Mathis and Judge Brown and all of those folks. And then you say your piece, they say their piece. And the judge sits there and listens, and he uses his common sense. And he goes, all right, you lying, you telling the truth. Judgment for the plaintiff or judgment for the defendant. Right? That's civil court. That's a civil tribunal. I don't know what else to say. Persecution. You can run from persecution. You can't run from crime from a crime. Competency in law, baby. Love y'all. Stay well, live well, be well. I got you.